What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're starting Football Manager 2019. This is going to be episode 0, or what I call episode 0. This will basically lay the groundwork for the team, picking the tactics, and basically finishing this episode where pre-season first starts. And we've got everything set up so you guys can suggest any transfers or any players that you want me to bring in. So, let's get into it. And as you can see on the screen, guys, we have the Sky Bet League 2 and above. We have the French National League. We've got the Bundesliga 2 and above. We've got the Irish League. We don't really need the Irish League in there, to be perfectly honest. We've got the Italian Serie B. We've got the Ladbrokes League 2, which I think is the Scottish leagues, and the Spanish Second Division and above. So, we've got the major leagues there if we ever wanted to manage those clubs. As you can see on the right hand side, on the top right, the database size is large, 37,890 players, licensed players in the game, and a game speed of 4 out of 5 stars. That's because I've got quite a few leagues added. And as you can see in the top left hand corner, we are starting as the manager of Sunderland. Basically, rebuilding Sunderland is going to be a hard task, but I'm up to the challenge. My tactics haven't let me down yet, as we're texting, or we'll no doubt let you guys know. But yeah, Football Manager is going to be a good series, I think. Alright, guys, and we have taken control of Sunderland. So, Gemma Cooper, the press officer, has sent us an email saying, basically let us know that in the press, that we've taken the Sunderland hot seat. The Sunderland board have today confirmed the appointment of Talonflame HD as the new boss at the Stadium of Light. Talonflame HD enjoys a growing reputation within football, and it is hoped that his appointment will take Sunderland onto bigger and better things. He replaces previous manager Jack Ross, even though Jack Ross has done bits this season actually with Sunderland and everything like that. But nah. We're looking forward to the challenge. Stuart Donald gives us a brief introduction to the club. He formally welcomed you to Sunderland. The board would like to assure you that you can rely on their full backing, and they are looking forward to working with you. In terms of your contract with the club, you have been given a deal until June 2019 worth £19,000 a week. I wish I was at £19,000 a week, I can tell you. Assistant manager James Fowler is responsible for offloading players that you have placed on the unwanted list, and head of youth development Paul Reed will look to loan out these players on the development list. So any young players that we put on the development list, the likes of, say, Benjamin Kimpoyoka, or I don't know, Adam Bale, Jordan Hunter, those types of players, we're gonna put them on the development list, get them loaned out, and basically see what we could do with them in terms of their loan, because they are upcoming young players, and I do want to develop a youth squad rather than going out into the market all the time. But that's completely up to you guys. That is completely up to you guys in the comment section down below. That's all on you. Transfers and whatever I do with the squad, who I drop is kind of up to me as well, depending on performances. But depending on what you guys want in the comment section down below, I'm more than happy to do it. This is kind of your series. You drive it forward, if you know what I mean. So we'll quickly attend the meeting. Let's get this meeting started. Sunderland are obviously a club with a lot of history. The fans really appreciate it when a newly appointed manager has taken the time to increase their knowledge of the club. I appreciate that you already know a fair amount about Sunderland's background, but I can send you a detailed overview of the club's history to your inbox if you'd like. Be a great idea. As was mentioned in your welcome message, the club has no philosophies which you will be judged upon during your time at the club. Would you like to arrange a meeting to suggest philosophies that you are passionate about for the board to consider approving? I don't feel a meeting is required. I'm pleased to have given the freedom to manage the team without having to meet any specific philosophies, because at the end of the day, if we're playing attacking football, like nice attacking possession-based football, which is what I do, I don't want the board to suddenly turn around and go, we need to play defensive, we need to play counter-attack, blah blah blah, and I'm like, whoa, I'm the manager here. I say what happens with the team, and I don't want philosophy. I don't want to have to change my own play style in order to accommodate the board. So I'm happy with the freedom. So that's completely fine. It's traditional to hold a press conference when signing a new manager. Would you like to set one up for you in the next day or so? Why not? I'll just skip. I won't do the press conference. If you want me to include press conferences in the series, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to put it in. But right now, for the start episode, I'm just not going to bother. Thanks for answering my questions. I'm now going to hand over the meeting to the assistant manager, who's got a few things to talk to you about. On a final note, the club has many responsibilities which can either be handled by yourself or other members of staff. Feel free to adjust the staff responsibilities within the club as you see fit. Right, cheers, Stu lad. And I'm just gonna... do I want to arrange an inter-squad friendly? There's no point, to be perfectly honest. There is really no point. So, I'm already familiar with the squad. Would you like to arrange a meeting with the rest of your staff? Nah, I'm alright. And thanks for your help. Alright, so that's that done. So basically what we've just done is we've just quickly gone through, you know, we've met Stuart Donald, we've met James Fowler, and now we're moving on to the nitty-gritty stuff of the actual running of the club. So any runnings of the club I'm going to leave to the likes of the board. You know, handling finances is kind of my thing, so I'm obviously a manager. I need to handle the wage budget and the transfer budget. But anything training wise and everything like that, I'm just going to leave to the assistant manager and let him do that, because at the end of the day he knows, or he should know, what it means to the squad, if you know what I mean. So any players that come to me and go, you know, boss, training's a bit heavy, do you mind turning it down? They'll go to the assistant manager instead, and he'll change it automatically without me having to go in and physically change the schedule, if that makes sense. So it's a good thing. Sunderland's new signings and transfer obligations. I've compiled a brief report on the club's recent signings and current obligations in the transfer market. So we have Max Power coming in January, which he is now actually a Sunderland player as of the 1st of January. So that's a thing. Chris Maguire, John McLaughlin are obviously going to be first team starters. Lamine Kone has been loaned out. Lamine Kone is actually a player that's actually decent as well. If you look at his stats, you know, I might recall him from loan. I don't know if you guys want me to do that. If you want me to recall him from loan and use him in the squad, let me know. You know, I'm more than happy to use Lamine Kone because he is actually a solid defender, if I'm being brutally honest. If you look at those stats, 16 tackling, 15 teamwork, where's his marking? 14 marking, 15 heading. You know, decisions is 12, determination's 14. So he's got quite a lot of good stats as a centre back. And I wouldn't actually mind having a solid centre back at centre back, because I think Alim Ozturk is a bit of a... He's not exactly up to scratch, let's put it that way, guys. But Jerome Sinclair is going to be on the bench. Max Power is going to be in and out the team. So we're going to have two squads like we do on FIFA. Here, you know, like a main squad, like a first team squad, and then there's a rotation backup squad, just in case, like just for cup ties and stuff like that. So we need to keep an eye on the squad and their happiness and everything like that. And into the transfers, guys. And I just want to point, I just basically want to show you this. At the top right hand, well, in the top left, if you like, here. I can't show you this because my mouse is not being captured. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Okay, here's my mouse. So here we've got transfer budget remaining 20 million and we've got a wage budget of 1.76. So basically what I want to do in that respect is you've got 20 million to work with. So if you guys want to suggest players to sign, depending on the squad that I pick at the end of the episode, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll have a look at them, get them scouted, maybe put an offer in, who knows. But that's basically what we're going to do. But yeah, like I say, you've got 20 million to work with. Drop some suggestions in the comment section down below, guys. Alright, and guys, so now that we've got through the nitty-gritty stuff, I've gone ahead and created the tactics necessary to, how can I say it, do well in the league. So this is the tactics that I use, or that I've used for the past, I don't know how many football managers, I don't know, 6 football managers-ish, and it's never let me down. You know, I have a few odd games where I play very poor, but most of the time I do well, and we manage to score some goals as well as keep clean sheets. So that's what I'm aiming for in this series. I'm looking to rebuild Sunderland to be one of those, you know, frightening teams. And this is the formation we're going with. We're going with a 4-2-2-2. Basically, we're going to pick, obviously, the obvious goalkeeper is John McLaughlin. It's obvious, you know. Robin Reiter is obviously going to be the backup goalkeeper on the bench. Robin Reiter, there we go. So Robin Reiter on the bench. John McLaughlin is going to be our starter. In the full-back position, it's obviously going to be Brian Oviedo, who's on holiday at the moment, But Brian Oviedo is probably the best left back at Sunderland in my opinion. His distribution, his work effort, everything like that. Everything about Brian Oviedo for me is spot on. So Brian Oviedo is our first choice left back. Our right back is going to be none other than Adam Matthews. Obviously, there's no other choice there, guys. At the end of the day, we're looking to be wing backs automatic. Thank you very much. Let's just switch that to that. So Adam Matthews is going to be our left back in the team. Because Adam Matthews, Adam Matthews is a 2.5 star, but he'll shoot up as pre-season goes on, and he gets his match sharpness back and everything like that. So Adam Matthews for me, left back. The two central defenders, I'm looking at Jack Baldwin and unfortunately Alim Ozturk, because at the end of the day, we don't have a lot of centre-back options. We've got Tom Flanagan, if we quickly have a look. We've got Flanagan, we've got Cornet, we've got Louvens, and that's about it actually. But if I'm brutally honest, I don't like Louvens. I mean, Louvens has got some okay stats. He has some pretty okay stats, to be honest. But he's just not going to be in my plans. He's not in my plans at all. And I'm thinking about bringing in a centre-back on loan. Someone like Ethan Ampadu, maybe like a young centre-back who can flourish in the likes of League One and perhaps push on to be one of those, world-class centre-backs in the future. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. So that's going to be our back. That's going to be our back four. The central midfielders, you're obviously going to have Lee Cattermole in there. Mr. Sunderland, in my opinion. And he's obviously a ball-winning midfielder. All he does is tackle. He puts the effort in. He's got some incredible statistics, guys. Attributes, sorry, not statistics. But 14 tackling, 15 marking, 18 aggression, 19 bravery. He's going to get stuck in. He's going to get stuck in, guys. He's going to pick up bookings here and there. But at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want him to get stuck in. We want him to win the ball back, and we want him to, we want him to do the job that he does for Sunderland in real life. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Next player is going to be Luke O'Nien for me. I absolutely adore this kid. I genuinely love Luke O'Nien or Luke O'Nien, however you pronounce his name. But I absolutely love him as a centre midfield. He's going to be a box-to-box for now until I decide what his his best role is. I would have started Honeyman, but for me, I like Honeyman more as a winger than I do as centre midfield. I just don't think he's a centre mid in my opinion. But Luke O'Nien is going to be the second central midfielder. Moving on to the wingers, guys. And we're going to obviously have to pick Chris Maguire. The king. Come on, guys. It has to be. Chris Maguire is absolutely fantastic. Looking at his stats, he's whoa. Sorry about that. So he's got 13 crossing, 13 dribbling, 12 first touch. So he can be. There is room for improvement there from Maguire. He's not the fastest, but he can definitely put the ball in the net. He's good at penalties. 17 penalty taken there out of 20. Bear in mind, all attributes are out of 20, guys. But honestly, he cuts in from the wing, gets the ball on his right foot, bangs it in the net. I'm happy with that. As long as he can contribute to goals and set them up, Chris Maguire for me is absolutely fantastic. So moving on to the other winger, guys. And I'm thinking about picking Lyndon Gooch. I'm going to pick Lyndon Gooch because McGeady now is a bit old. McGeady is approximately 32. Let's find out. Aidan McGeady is 32. I was right. Haha. So Aidan McGeady, 32. He's a bit old now, and he's on his legs. You know what I mean? He's slowing down. He's not exactly as sharp as he should be. So for me, Lyndon Gooch takes the number one first team place as the right wing. If necessary, I can bring McGeady on as a super sub or use him as a super sub. Let me know what you think of that one in the comment section down below, guys. Moving on to the strikers, and the target man is going to be Charlie Wyke. Charlie Wyke for me is a target man. He is a target man. He's a solid little player. I say a little. He's 6'1". He's my height. But he's 17 heading. Jumping reach is 14 out of 20. So he's good in the air, guys. He is really good in the air. His first touch and everything and dribbling needs to be worked on, but that can be done in training. And as I said, his stats will go up as pre-season continues and as the season goes on. So he's not just going to be sitting with the current stats as it is. He's going to be getting better. He's going to be getting sharper. And obviously his strike partner is going to be none other than Josh Maja. Josh Maja is going to be the complete forward, or pressing forward if you like. All right, I'll give him. No. I don't want him as a pressing forward. I want him as an advanced forward. An advanced forward for me is more of a finisher than it is a creator, but Charlie White is there for Gooch, Maguire and Maja to just keep running on ahead of him, holding up the ball and everything like that, and obviously Maja to put it away. Maja, for me, is potentially going to be our top goal scorer this season, and I'm looking for that partnership between White and Maja, to be honest, because there is a little bit of a partnership growing in real life as well, but more about that later. But yeah, I'm happy with the squad the way it is. I'll quickly pick the bench off screen. I'll edit this part out, but I'll quickly pick the bench. All right, guys, and that's the bench done. So we have we have Robin Reuter on the bench as our backup goalkeeper, just in case McLaughlin picks up an injury. We have Denver Hume, we have Tom Flanagan, we have George Honeyman, Aidan McGeady, Duncan Watmore, and Jerome Sinclair on the bench. That is going to be the bench. Basically, Hume because he can play left back, right back. Flanagan because he's a centre back and a right back. Honeyman, centre mid winger. McGeady and Watmore, wingers and forwards, and Sinclair as a striker as well. So that's basically going to be the team that I'm going with for the start of the season / pre-season. Our first pre-season game is in 5 days here, according to the top, and I have no idea. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that name. If I'm honest with you, I'm not even going to try. But we do have 4 pre-season games with Hamilton Academic. We have Airdrie United, we have Sparta, and we have Falkirk. So we've got 4 other games. Well, we've got 5 pre-season games so far. We'll probably end up going somewhere and doing a pre-season, like a camp sort of thing in somewhere like China or something like that. It depends what the board want, really, or what the board suggests. But if you want me to go and do a pre-season somewhere, and when the board come to me and say, "Oh, do you want to do this in China?" If you want me to do that, it's more pre-season games. But if you want me to do that, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you've got any suggestions for players, bear in mind that is the current team. That is going to be the team for now. If you've got any suggestions, any feedback, any criticism. Constructive criticism, please. But yeah, if you've got anything like that, drop it in the comment section down below, guys. This is just basically the opening episode for Football Manager 2019, basically. Don't think it'll be that long, actually, even though I have been recording for half an hour. But it has been the nitty gritty stuff. So if you have enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to the series, drop a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to starting the series and getting into it, guys. I really am. I'm looking forward to rebuilding Sunderland into a really strong Premier League side in a few years. I'll be doing 5 matches an episode, so I'll be putting highlights in here and there. But just keep your eyes open for that, guys. I will be doing 5 games an episode. That's basically the plan. Each episode should be about half an hour to 40 minutes long. Depending on how much I put in, but we'll see what happens. Like I say, guys, if you have enjoyed the episode and looking forward to the series, drop a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button and the notifications icon so you know when I release new content or go live or release new episodes of Football Manager. Like I say, guys, thanks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.